Hi, good morning. We are the White family, and we're happy to bring you your morning manna message. My name is Kimberly White, and this is my husband,
Trey.
and this is my daughter.
Mia.
So what we're going to start off with is talking to you about mental health. Some of you may be aware, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month. As a professional, I'm a licensed counselor, and so being a psychotherapist this month and the message that we send out during this month is really important to me. The message is really about bringing people into awareness that mental health, emotional and spiritual health are extremely important, can affect everybody at any given time. And I think it's even more important to realize the impact that our mental and emotional and spiritual stability can have on us, especially when it's such a trying time. Many people right now are coping with worry and sadness. There's just a lot of uncertainty. And so there's a lot of various things we can do, but it's very challenging. We have people that are unable to see their friends and their family. I know I even have a couple coworkers and some friends that have loved ones that are hospitalized, and because of the visiting restrictions, they can't go see them. Just even not being able to get the hugs and the handshakes that we normally were able to do. Other people are struggling with job loss and financial burden. Across the board, we all are struggling just with a complete change in our routines. And again, that anxiety around that uncertainty. So it's a very hard time. And we can do a lot with this time. I know I've started making bread I had never done before. Mia made an apple pie with Trey. I don't think any of us had made a pie before, or at least a fruit pie. We have been doing lots of puzzles, or I should say I have been. I'm doing a puzzle exchange with my sister, so we don't keep redoing the same puzzles because you can't find any online right now. And doing a lot of biking and exercising and long walks and lots of movies. So all of those are things that we can do to cope during this time, so we can distract ourselves and put our energy into something that's more peaceful, and so we don't get burdened by a lot of the fear and anxiety. But one of the best coping mechanisms that anybody can do is, of course, praying. And through prayer, we really can become closer to God and gain strength and peace in what the Bible tells us, and in just being in that spiritual space with God. So I wanted to go through some Bible verses and really looking at what the Bible tells us about mental health around worry and anxiety, and then what to do with that and how to really cope with it. We start with Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I think this is just one of those foundational messages that we can really use as we cope during the anxiety and worry of this time. It just is basically letting us know that when we aren't feeling strong, He will be our strength. There's another verse, Psalm 34:17 through 20, that even goes into more in depth about this kind of, I think, just foundational message. It says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones. Not one of them will be broken." So this really resonated with us. And one of the things it speaks to is that it says a righteous person may have many troubles. Mental health and emotional health issues, they know no boundaries. They do not discriminate. Worry and sadness don't just affect those who are poor or of a certain age or gender or family background. It is a human experience, and God is here for all of us when we do feel broken. So aside from really remembering the foundational strength that God gives us, especially in hard times, the Bible also has many areas where it speaks to what to do with that, how to recenter yourself, how to refocus, and how you can do a lot of that through prayer. So Philippians 4:6-9 says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me, and everything you saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. Romans 12:12 also puts it very simply and says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. So that really resonated because it's showing that through prayer, you can really remind yourself of everything that you are thankful for, that you are just so grateful, and that just make you happy. It could be even small or little things. And it really is speaking to changing your focus. So it's really easy when you listen to the news and you hear everything, and especially right now, to just really focus on the uncertainty and the anxiety. But here it says, put your thoughts on what is true and honorable, right, pure, lovely, and admirable. In the mental health profession, it seems really, I don't know, sometimes one of those flippant things that people will say is like, focus on the positive, focus on the positive. Although that can be really annoying to hear, especially when you're not in a positive space. There is a lot of scientific research that really does show that even just kind of, thinking of one thing you're positive about, just even the smallest thing, it really does over time change your overall mental health outlook and perspective, and just kind of your worldview on things. So we did something because we thought we needed to change focus in our family. I guess we did this maybe about a month in, I think, to the whole quarantine. And so Mia is going to explain one of the things that we've done in our family to really keep us focused on the beautiful things that God has given us.
So my mom decorated a jar. And each day or night, or even if not every day or night, we write something that we're grateful for, that made us happy that day, and then we put the date so we can go back and look at them.
So it's really easy. Got a jar, decorated it, made a little pocket that we glued on the back with some strips of paper and a pen, so nobody has an excuse to not. We put it right on our counter behind us, so you walk by it every day, so you can just easily put things. It can be something as simple as, the beautiful weather, or, that I didn't have a lot of conference calls today, or what are some of the things that, I had a great birthday, even though we were quarantined.
Or my run.
Yep, Mia just had for her run. She went on a run on a really pretty day. So it can be lots of different things, from small to much more spiritual things. So anyway, that's just something that helps us, and hopefully you guys and your family can do something maybe similar to just remind yourselves of what you are grateful for during these kind of really tough times. So Trey's gonna leave us with some parting tips on how to just maintain your mental kind of positive thought process.
Okay, so a few takeaways. Remember that your personal, physical, mental, and emotional health is far more important than anything else right now. Be kind to yourself. Don't judge how you're coping based on how you see other people coping. Be kind to others, and don't judge how they're coping based on how you're coping. And with God, remember, in the words of Winnie the Pooh, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you think, and more loved than you will ever know. Find God's grace in your everyday, and remember to take care of yourself by allowing God to take care of you.
Thank you, and have a great morning.